Hello everybody. This is a video about how to pass your Karimen test at the Chiba Makiharihongo Test Center. I had put a similar video up before, but I removed it because I wasn't very happy with it, so I'm just redoing it here. Firstly, you're beginning here at point 1, and you're going to go and complete the entire circuit and come back here at point 38. Now we're using course 3. Okay, so with course 3, one of the features is that once you go around the circle and you go up here on this side and do the railway section, and when you come back past the obstacle, etc., you turn right there at 17 and 18, and then you come up this way up to 22, and then you move up to 23 and finish the S curve, and then you go back down that way 25, 26, and you come into the crank and you complete that, and basically you go back. And after 32, we're following the blue line because we're not going to do this section again, the railway section. In fact, you're just going straight to complete the test. Alright, so without further ado, let's begin. So at 1, this is where the car is parked, and this is where you approach the car and you hand over your documents to the inspector. Now, the first important thing to do is the checks around the vehicle. Now, don't waste too much of time doing this. Okay, so I have two options for you here. The first one is, well, not options, two set of rules. The first one is if you're a very tall person. If you're a very tall person, okay, after you hand your documents to the inspector and you put your rucksack or your personal belongings into the back seat, move to the front tire. Okay, if you're a tall person, bend forward and look at the tire. But if you're a short person or a person of average height, lean backwards and look at the front tire. The reason for that is, if a tall person leans backwards, it doesn't look like he's actually looking at the tire, he's actually looking away from it. Whereas if a short person or a person of average height looks at the tire, you leaning backwards, you just get it done quickly, and it also looks like you are looking at the tire. So that's just a little tip. Anyway, you need to check the front tire, move quickly, do the same for the back tire. Go to the back of the car, crouch down, look underneath the car, come to the driver's side back tire, bend down and look at it. If you're a tall, very tall person, if you're an average height person or shorter person, lean backward, look at it. Now get to the driver's door. When you get to the driver's door, you need to look in both directions, back of the car, towards the back of the car, and towards the front of the car, right? Then look into the window of the car, into the driver's side window, so that the inspector can see that you're doing it. Again, look toward the back of the car and then look to the front of the car. So you're checking in both directions if there's any traffic that is approaching the car from either side. Alright, now open the door and get into the car. So basically your checks are very fast. Look at the front tire from the passenger side, look at the back tire, go to the back of the car, crouch down, look underneath the car, come to the back driver's side tire, look at that, move to the driver's door. You can lean backward and look at the front tire, but the important thing is you need to look towards the back of the car and then turn your head and look towards the front of the car. This is while facing the driver's door. Then bend down, do it again, look to the back of the car, in the direction of back of the car, in other words behind the car, and the direction in front of the car, so the inspector can see that you scanned the back and the front areas of the car for any oncoming vehicles, or if anything is happening in the front of the car. Next thing, you need to open the door, and don't open it fully. Just open it sufficiently for you to sort of slide into it. If you open it fully, he might make a deduction because you're causing a dangerous situation. If you open the car door fully, a car that's coming from the back may clip the door or knock into the door. Okay, so just open it sufficiently to slide into the car. All right. Once you're into your car, in the car, do not touch the seat belt at this stage. Do not touch the seat belt. What you need to do is put both hands on the steering wheel at the position that you normally hold the steering wheel. Well, some people is at 1/4 to 2 and other people is at 10 to 2 position, and adjust your seat. Bring it forward or bring it backward, whatever position you are comfortable with. You must do that. That's very important. Okay, then once you change the position of the seat to where you are comfortable with, you need to adjust the room mirror. When you adjust the room mirror, please do it using both your hands. Okay, because so you can see that you're making a very deliberate, concerted effort to adjust that mirror. And he's basically going to, in his mind, he's going to be thinking, well, this student wants to really demonstrate that he is taking all the he or she is taking all the safety precautions and following all the protocols like we like. Okay, then once you adjusted the mirror, put your seat belt on. Put your seat belt on. Don't put your seat belt on and then adjust the mirror. Adjust the mirror, adjust your seat, adjust the mirror, then put your seat belt on. Okay, and don't ever adjust the mirror first and then move the position of your seat, because then the mirror will need readjustment. Okay, so after you've put your seat belt on, keep your hand on the gear shift or the gear lever, and look down to make sure that it's on park. Right, you're going to be driving the Toyota Crown Comfort car, and the emergency brakes on most of them are on the floor, so you actually cannot check that. But anyway, if it's not on the floor, if it's in the normal position just behind the gear lever, place your hand on that to show and check that it's engaged. All right, now start the car. Start the car. Okay, now I'm just going to repeat what I said thus far. Firstly, before you hand him your documents, you put your rucksack at the back seat. Then your test has begun. Okay, you look at the front tire. You go to the front tire, you look at it. You go to the back tire, you look at it. You go to the back of the car, you crouch down, you look underneath the car. You get up from there, you go to the back tire, you look at the back tire. Then you come to the driver's door. Okay, you look behind the car. In other words, you turn your head looking to the back of the car. In other words, towards the obstacle direction. Then you look in the front of the car. You bend down, you do that again so that he can see that you're doing it. Okay, you open the door slightly, sufficiently so that you can slip into the car. Shut the door, make sure you shut it solidly. If you open and shut it again, he's going to make a deduction. You must shut it at one go solidly. Okay, don't slam it, but if you slam it, it's better than opening and shutting it again. So make sure you shut it quite solidly, that it shuts at the first attempt. Okay, lock the door. Lock the door. Now, put your hand on the steering wheel. Bring the seat front or back. Firstly, you're going to adjust is the seat. Secondly, put your both hands on the room mirror and adjust the room mirror with both your hands. Okay. Then put your seat belt on. Then put your hand on the gear lever and check that it's in the parked position. He will be watching if you're checking whether it's in the parked position or not. So you check it's in the parked position. If the hand brakes or the emergency brakes are behind the gear lever, put your hand on it, look at it, so you're checking that it's engaged. Now, start the car. Start the car. All right. indicate right because you're leaving from a starting position, and then do your 5-point checks. Okay, 5-point checks. Left back physically, left wing mirror, room mirror, the right wing mirror, right back. Okay, and release the handbrakes, proceed. Okay, when you proceed, as you leave there, you're going to be like about 1 meter from the edge of the road. When you come to point 2, okay, you're going to start indicating left, and then you're going to move to 0.5 meter from the edge of the road. But before you do that, you have to do left checks. So it's left back, left wing mirror, room mirror, or room mirror, left wing mirror, left back, room mirror, left wing mirror, left back. Okay, you come to point 3. At these dotted lines, stop. Do a mini stop. Okay, quick glance to this side so that you're checking there's no traffic coming this way, right? But it's a left turn. Okay, so what you're going to do is room mirror, left wing mirror, left back, turn at this point there. Don't go there. You have to be at the edge of this turn because you're closing the gap in case a motorbike or a bicycle comes in the side. Okay, from number 3 to number 4, you can be a meter away from the edge. It doesn't really matter. Okay, around about there's a board to say that the test is about to begin, or the test begins from this point. Ignore that board because the test has begun here. Okay, now at number 3, pick up some speed because you need to demonstrate that you're going to be depressing the brakes a few times. I'm not going to use the word depressing, I'm going to say pressing the brakes while you're driving a few times before you come to number 4. Because at number 4, you're going to be going into this curve. Okay, now if you drive too slowly from 3 to 4, okay, you might think that if you press the brakes, you're going to be going too slow and there's no need to press the brakes. My advice is to pick up your speed a little bit here, and before you reach number 4, you must actually press on the brakes, your leg brakes, about 2 times. At number 4, go in slowly and come out at number 5 fast. Slow in, fast out. Now guys, if you follow this line, it's okay, but try to go more towards the left there. Okay, and you're coming up with this fast, a little bit fast out here, right? You're coming to number 6. At number 7, again there's a curve. Now from number 5 to number 7, you need to press your brakes at least about 2 times in between 6 and 7. Okay, so if you come out with the speed there's reason to press the brakes once, twice, etc. Okay, and at number 7, actually go closer there. Okay, closer to the edge, right? Don't follow this line, go closer to the edge. Now, one of the reasons why I'm doing this video again, just one of the reasons, I've got other reasons, is the stretch between number 8 and 10. Okay, this stretch here. Okay, now you are required to drive at 40 on the stretch here. Okay, now the problem with that is you might think that the stretch is too short. I think it's less than 200 meters or so, that the stretch is too short for you to drive at 40. Now that's a misconception. Okay, as you come out at number 7, at number 8, you put that accelerator down and get it up to 40 as quickly as possible. And frankly, you can keep it at 40 for like 10-12 seconds or possibly even more. I've checked it out, I've tried it out, it's very possible. You need to keep it at 40 and hold it at 40 for about 10 or 12 seconds. That's fine. Don't look at your speedometer. Once you reach 40, just have a glance at your speedometer to check whether you've reached it or not. keep it there, and as you come down to number 9, okay, you're preparing to make this left turn at number 10. At number 9, you're going to close the gap from 1 meter from 1 meter to half a meter. Before you do that, you're going to do left turn checks again. Room mirror, left wing mirror, left back. Close the back gap to half a meter. Also, you're going to have your indicators to the left, you're signaling to the left from this point. Okay. You come to number 10. Before you make the turn, you're going to do the left checks again. Room mirror, left wing mirror, left back. And you're going to enter number 10 at no other position along this line except here. You're going to close that gap. No motorbike, no bicycle can get in there. Okay. So here you're going to do left checks. That's room mirror, left wing mirror, ring mirror, left back. Okay. And then you're going to move it to half a meter. And you're going to come here. You're going to do those checks again. And you're going to close this gap and get in there. Now guys, it's a turn, so your signal must be switched on at least 30 meters before there. So switch your indicators or your signal to the left at number 9. Okay, do your checks, your left checks, close the gap, come here, close the gap, make the turn after doing your checks again. From here to here, it's very easy to do 40 kilometers an hour for at least 10 seconds or possibly more. Don't panic about that, but put your accelerator down here so that you can get to the 40 kilometer per hour mark as soon as possible. If you don't hit 40 kilometers per hour here and hold it a little bit, there's going to be a deduction because and it's going to be quite a big deduction, at least 10 points. So that's very important. Okay, you're coming in here, keep to the left. Okay, now he's going to ask you to go onto the middle lane here. Okay, that's what they usually do, and this is quite a steep hill here. Now if he asks you to go on the left lane whilst you say at this point, then that's quite easy. Just do your room mirror check, right checks, and move it to lane 2 and you move up. But he might ask you to do that, say around there, and if he asks you to do that there, then indicate right. Okay, do right checks, room mirror, right wing mirror, right back, and then change lanes. And also you need to indicate 3 seconds before you do that. Okay, so be careful where he asks you to do that. If he asks you while you're already fully on the left lane here, then you're changing lanes to the right, and you need to do right checks and room mirror checks, whatever, and then signal as well and change. But if he asks you around here, then just sort of move into the second lane. Okay, he comes right on the middle of the hill. He's going to ask you to stop because he wants to check whether you can start on a steep slope without rolling backwards. Okay, so your only check for that is room mirror, and you pressing your brakes a few times before you stop. Press your brakes. That's the only signal, because your brake lights are going to come on in the back. It's the only signal that you are stopping. There's no indicator signal, signals left or right or whatever. It's just the brakes. Very important. Press the brakes, press the brakes, press the brakes, check your room mirror, press the brakes, check your room mirror, press the brakes, stop. Okay, once you've done that, okay, put it into park, pull the handbrakes up, then you're going to take off again. Very important. Before taking off, you're taking off from a stopped position, you need to do the 5-point checks. Okay, so your handbrakes are up, you got it into park, your legs are on your leg brakes. Okay, put it onto drive. Okay, right, keep your hands on the handbrakes, move your legs onto your accelerator, do your 5-point checks. Okay, left back, left wing mirror, right wing mirror, right back. Okay, touch the accelerator slightly so that you can feel the car moving slightly forward. Then release your handbrakes and you're going to be moving forward. Okay, you come up to the peak of the hill and you're coming down the other side. Leave it on drive. They're not expecting you to put it on a low gear. Leave it on drive. Okay, now you're coming here at number 12 and it's the railway line. At the railway line, guys, stop behind the white line, but not just behind the white line. Stop sufficiently far away from the white line so that you can physically see the white line when you stopped. Okay, so it's going to be like a meter, a 1.5 meter, or possibly more, but you must be able to see the white line from your driver's seat position, so the inspector can also see the white line from his seat, and he's going to have no questions in his mind that you did not go over that line. He's going to be convinced that you are behind the line. Then when you're taking off at the railway line, some people use the handbrakes, others don't. I don't think you need to use your handbrakes. If you want to, you can. Okay, but you need to put the window down. Now you're putting the driver's side window down. Guys, it's the button, the front right button on the door console. Be careful. Don't open the wrong windows. You're not going to look like a confident driver if you do that. So quick glance at the console, put your finger on that button for the right side driver's window, put it down. Okay, and then hold your earlobe to indicate that you're listening. Okay, then put that window up again. Do your 5-point checks because you're taking off from a stopped position, and proceed. Now guys, you're proceeding. Now you're going to get ready to come and make this turn here. It's quite a complicated thing here. Lots are going on here. Okay, so what you need to do is, as you come here, indicate left, right, slowly come there, look into at slow speed, look into this road. So you're looking right back into this road to check if there's any vehicles coming out here. Then you go to the edge. Now don't follow this high visibility line there. You can go more towards right to the edge there. Okay, now you're coming here. There's a major road here. Okay, so there's vehicles that could possibly be coming out here. Now what you're going to do is look in there, keep it slow, look in here, keep it slow, move. Right, it's a left turn, so you put your left indicators there to show you changing lanes and moving to the left here. Switch your indicators off about there, switch it on again to the left. It's a left turn, it's not a right turn, it's a left turn. Look inside there, look back, slowly, 10 kilometers an hour. Okay, don't care what other people are doing. 10 kilometers an hour, slowly. You come here, it's a left turn. Okay, left back, left room mirror, left wing mirror, room mirror. But quick glance to the right as well, because something could be coming out here and you'll be fine. Take the turn at that edge there. Now you're coming to do the obstacle. Once you finish getting onto this road, immediately switch your indicators to the right. Come close to the obstacle, not too close. I would say like 5 to 6, maybe 10 meters away from it. Right? Do your right checks. Come onto the right lane and stay on the right lane. Okay? Okay? And when you negotiating the obstacle, don't pay attention to it. Look at it. When you're changing the lanes, look at the obstacles and slow down there as if it's part of the test. So you show that you're demonstrating that you are meeting all the requirements there. Now, when you're passing the obstacle, you must be at least 1.5 meters away from the furthest cone away from that curb. Okay, so the cone that's furthest away from this curb, you need to be 1.5 meters away. But you're going to coming along here to make this turn at number 17. So you need to be on the right lane of these two lanes here. You need to be on the right lane. So move on to the right lane, okay, and remain on that right lane, and you carry on, okay. At point number 16, just about there, right, you are on the middle of that right lane. Indicate right around about there. Do your right checks, that is room mirror, right wing mirror, right back there. Bring it to half a meter to the edge of the road and carry on, right. You're coming to number 17. You're going to make the right turn. There's a triangle there. It's a right turn, okay. Now vehicles could be coming in from this side. Slow down here. It's a big deal. Slow down here. Quick glance there, but do your right checks again. Room mirror, right wing mirror, right back, and turn here into the left lane, okay. Now whilst you're taking this turn, your next turn is right, okay. So you make the left turn there, right. You come about there, you start indicating right to make this turn, okay. You come about there at the 19 position. You close the gap from 1 meter from the edge to half a meter to the edge, again by doing your right checks. Now number 20 is the first big challenge for how you're going to negotiate this curb, right? Because here it was quite easy, all right. Here it was quite easy, okay. Even here it was quite easy, but this one it's a bit bigger, it's a bit more sharper and rounder. Now you do your checks there, you close the gap, you come here, before you make the actual turn, you do your checks, you close the gap, but drive the right back headrest. You must imagine that you're driving the back headrest on the edge of this, and then you'll get it right, okay. You can do it slowly, there's no need to speed or anything, just do it very slowly, okay. You're coming here, your next turn is left, so you're going to close the gap to 1 meter there, indicate, do your left checks, whatever, you know what's required. You come here, there's a stop street, stop. Before you take off 5-point checks, your indicators are already on, okay. Now you're going to be turning left there, and you're going to be going there, and you're going to be coming all the way here to number 23. At 23, close the gap to half a meter, and you're coming here, you're turning in to do your S curve, okay. Now when you're closing the gap there, you're going to do checks. When you're actually making the turn, you're going to do checks. It's very simple, this S curve. When your left room mirror is at that point there, swing the steering in at very slow speed, at crawling speed in there, and you should have no problem. When you're coming out here at number 24, it's a left turn. This here is less than 30 meters. So from this point, you're going to have your left indicators on. If it goes off because of steering movement, switch it on again. You come to 24, there's no stop street, but treat it as a stop. Why? Because you're coming out from a very narrow road into a major road, okay. Treat it as a stop. So do your 5-point checks. It's a left turn, turn left. You're coming down here. Now guys, this is the other important reason why I'm doing this video again. Between 24 and 25, this road is of the same status as this road. It might appear shorter here and this one much longer, but they are equal status roads. So you need to slow down here, really slow, right? Look right and then look left into this road. Look right and then look left into this road and then proceed. But you must slow down, very deliberate slow down to almost stop, and then right and then left and then proceed. If you don't do that, I can guarantee you, you're going to fail. Okay, come to 25, you're going to be turning this way to do 26 and coming here to do the crank. Now at 25, close the gap towards the right from half a meter, from 1 meter to half a meter. But guys, there's a pedestrian crossing here. Now there's no pedestrians here, right? But you can slow down if you want to, okay? But I think there's a stop street here. You stop, okay? It's a right turn. You close the gap already. You already signaled, and then you're moving there and you're coming there. Now this is a very short distance, okay? So what you need to do is keep it on the right side, okay, and come in here. But there's a triangle about there. Don't turn on the outside of the triangle, turn on the inside of the triangle into the left lane here, into the left lane, okay? Now you're coming through here at around about 27. You start indicating, you close the gap, it's left, okay? You come to the crank, you do left checks again, and when your left wing mirror is about exactly at that point, you swing the steering in at very slow pace, okay? You come in here, and when the right rear mirror is exactly at that point, you turn right. The same thing again here. You come to 29, treat it as a stop street, okay? 5-point checks, you're turning left. You come here at number 30, you close the gap again to half a meter for the right turn. You do this turn. This triangle here, you're turning on the inside of the triangle. Also, there's a stop street here. Don't forget to stop, and don't forget to do your 5-point checks here, okay? And you're carrying on here. Now we're going to be following the blue line, because you are not going to do the railway section. You're not turning at number 10. You're continuing straight here, okay? First thing I must tell you is, again, you're coming to this complicated thing. So you're going in slowly here. You're driving to the edge. Look inside there. Slowly look inside. You're driving in slowly. Look inside there. Proceed slowly. Now you're going to be on the left, okay? The last time when you change lanes, when you pass the obstacle, you moved to the right lane and stayed on the right lane to come and complete this turn. This time, you at the obstacle, you slow down, you indicate, you check that side, you come across, you make sure you more than 1.5 meters away from the furthest cone that's furthest away from this this curb. All right. As soon as you're at that point, you start indicating right again. As you're passing the obstacle, you must do this at a slow speed. Look in that direction, because it's an obstacle. He'll want you to show that you are checking if anything or anybody is coming out from the side there, if there's a vehicle or a person or whatever. So slowly, your indicators, you indicated right, left again there at this point at number 15, okay? And then you go in there at number 36, okay? 37, you close the gap and you're coming in here. Be careful at these points here, these lanes here, because they are very they've worn out. You cannot see the writing clearly. Don't turn into a wrong lane, okay? Continue. When you come here, if there's a pedestrian, you stop. Usually there's no pedestrian, but slow down, just check left, right, and move in slowly here. Now at number 38, when you're parking the car, you must park it parallel to the curb, right? But also very close to the edge of the curb, like 30 centimeters from the edge of the curb. And it must be aligned parallel to the curb, like 30 centimeters. The entire car at any point must not be further than 30 centimeters away from the curb, and it must be straight, okay? Now there's a pole. Whichever pole he asks you to stop at, the front of the car must be aligned straight with that pole, okay? Don't go beyond it. In fact, just stop slightly behind it. All right. Now, if you come to that point, you probably passed, okay? What you need to do is put the car into park, pull the handbrakes up, switch the ignition off, release your seat belt, open the door. Before you open the door, look front, look back. Front of the car, looking in the direction of the door, look backwards, look forward, look backward, look forward. Make sure he's seeing you doing that you're checking, and then open the door slightly, not fully, and come out and close the door with one slam, okay, and then walk past and go around the car to him, not from the front, from the back, right? Now, if you don't do those checks before you're alighting from the car, you might fail at that hurdle. So don't do the hard work and forget to do that, okay? So yeah, that's about it. Now remember what I said here, how to do this, okay? Slowly look there, drive towards the edge, look there, look at the back, and come out, okay? And here at crawling speed, when the left wing mirror is at that point, swing it in. The same thing here, okay? Good luck.